Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Lainey and I'm an artist. I do a lot of different mediums. Painting for the most part, this is what I'm working on right now. For this project, no painting was involved. First of all, I want to say for those of you from TikTok and Instagram who have been kind of watching my process and some of my quick little short form videos that I've shared on there and I've been waiting for this video explaining what I was making and what's going on. Thank you for your patience because I've been a very busy bee. I've been doing some murals and some projects and getting my ADHD brain to sit down and edit this very long video was not the easiest thing to do, but we're here, we did it. I'm talking to you guys now. I've edited most of the video. And I'm gonna slap this on the front of it and we're gonna upload it, okay? So I had a lot of footage from this project. I was like, no one's gonna wanna sit through like an hour-long video. So I tried to chop this up as much as I could to where you guys still understood what I was doing, but also I wasn't yapping too much. If you wanna hear me yap, I have a Patreon where I'm going to be uploading a much longer version of this. I'm gonna be uploading all my YouTube videos ad-free and longer versions as well, So I wrote down some of the questions that you guys asked me on Instagram about this project. A lot of the questions you guys asked, like materials I used and things like that, I answered those throughout the video. You guys were asking me about like the application process, inspiration, what I've got coming up next, all that. I'm gonna answer those questions for you guys at the end of the video. Without further ado, let's get into it. This is the process video of my Nashville airport installation. We're cleaning out my garage because I need to use it as a studio. That time I have a really big project coming up and I need the space to create it, so my garage. Right now it's very messy. That is all art stuff that's from like vending, from doing murals, everything. It's just a mess. I need to organize that. But yeah, I'm gonna take you guys through the process of making this sculpture with me. I'm so excited for this project. As you guys can probably tell by the title, this is for the Nashville airport is where this is gonna be going, which is huge and I'm so excited. This is in partnership with Bonnaroo, the music festival, which I'm also going to be going to for the first time because they're giving me tickets. I've never been to Bonnaroo. I have friends that have been, so I'm gonna ask them for all the tips because apparently we're gonna be camping a little bit, which I'm fine with. I love a good camping, but like usually in RVs, you know? We're gonna see how this goes. She's a city girl, okay? But she'll, you know, I like good country stuff every now and then. All right, where do I start? Outfit, by the way, is from TikTok shop. I linked it in the video on my TikTok. So I'm gonna just record cleaning my garage for TikTok because it's gonna motivate me to do it. But we're gonna skip to the sculpture because that's what you guys really wanna see. One garage cleaning. I just put all the boxes over there because we don't have trash day for a few days, so we're just gonna handle that then. But yeah, that and a fresh shower later and we're ready to go. Car looks so good in the sunlight. Okay, so now the acoustics in here are phenomenal. The camera is so low right now. So I went to Lowe's today and I got like 12 of these sheets. So this is just foam insulation and I'm going to be sculpting with it. So here's what we're doing. Okay, hold on, let me bring this closer and sit down because oh my gosh, if I can get this. This is going to be going up in the Nashville airport. Kind of nuts, to be honest, like whoa. If you followed me for a while, you know that I love to paint bubbles. Like for the past like year and a half, I've been painting bubbles. I'll just like insert some pictures of my paintings here, but I've been painting bubbles a lot. So the project that I submitted to them is like a bubble sculpture. So I'm gonna be making a giant bubble wand. Like that's what I'm gonna be sculpting. I don't know exactly how big I'm going to make it. Right now my goal is to make it taller than me and I am 5'3". I also went and got a hot wire today. Quick PSA, if you're actually thinking about making a sculpture out of this foam, do not use a hot wire to cut it. I saw some things online that said hot wires were good for carving foam, not this kind of foam. Do not use it. The fumes were so bad. Just take it from me. Actually, I might just use my knife. I got a couple knives. What else? We can use like sand. I got like sanding stuff. This one, I just liked how squishy the back was and it will let my nails just chill. So yeah, I've never made a foam sculpture before, but I have done bronze sculpting, which after doing bronze sculpting, I'm like, there's no way any other sculpting can be harder than that. Like bronze sculpting is difficult, okay? There's a lot of steps and it's a lot of power tools and molten metal and just a lot of shit, but it's so cool. I'm definitely gonna be doing it again someday. But for now we're doing foam because again, this is going to be hanging from a skylight. So I want to make it as light as possible. I'm writing my installation plan, like my formal installation plan right now. And I'm thinking just using super strong fishing wire. If we need to, we can do some chains, whatever. Like, I'm sure it won't like completely destroy the aesthetic. So the bubbles that I'm using, I'm actually sourcing, and they're going to be like these giant inflatables that look like bubbles. Really expensive, but it's just like the vision in my head. This is what I see, and I just have to see it through, and I'm gonna make it work. Okay, this is the biggest project I've done so far in my career. I've done a lot of like murals and stuff, but I've never done like a sculpture installation kind of vibe, and this is what I've wanted to do forever. So I'm really excited. I'm really grateful for this opportunity. Okay, so this is my plan. The diameter of my bubble wand, like the stick part, is gonna probably be like a foot diameter, give or take. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna cut this into 4 squares and then just start stacking them on top of each other. And I'm going to glue them. Yeah, I got a couple different kinds of spray foam. Most of foam sculpting is like subtractive sculpting, so you're taking away from it. But you can also use spray foam to add back on if you make a mistake or whatever. So I'm actually gonna use, this one expands more than this one, so I'm gonna use the one that expands less to kind of sandwich in between each of the foam things. Some substances do eat away at this. Like, I'm going to be covering this in resin when I'm finished painting and everything. I want it to be more durable and also not get affected by sunlight too much. But I've heard that some resins can actually like eat this foam, like they just don't mesh well together. So I'm going to be covering the foam with some sort of, I don't know if I'm gonna use like a plaster or if I'm gonna use, not quite plaster, maybe like, not spray, not like foam clay, maybe foam clay, honestly, because I have a lot of foam clay. I'm still working out a couple of the kinks. I gotta do a little bit more research on the way some of these materials interact with each other, but that's just part of the fun of sculpting. So I went to Lowe's today to get this. Now let me just say this, I did not ask a single person for help. I knew exactly where I was going because I Googled it before I went and took screenshots of all the aisles I needed to go to, but still, I felt like I knew what I was doing. But anyways, let's get started on this project. I'm gonna kind of turn the camera around so you guys can get a good view of what I'm doing. I know I'm yapping a lot. I think it's because I'm nervous to do this because this is a whole new medium. Here's the first one. We're just gonna kind of make a little sandwich. Ooh. Okay. And then boom. Go ahead and put that on there like that. Make sure it's like pressed down. Okay, we're just gonna keep doing this. Thinking ahead of time, why don't you spend the night? Pick up and roll the dice, read in between the lines. Okay guys, don't look at the trash over there or the boxes over there. Look at the monolith right here. I said I wanted to make it as tall as me. Right now we're right here. Obviously I'm gonna be like carving this and making it look how I want it to, but yeah. I used all the insulation I got today, so I'm gonna have to go get some more tomorrow and some more foam because I used that whole can. I'm just like really hyped that I just got this done. But tomorrow I'm gonna go get more insulation so that I can make, like, this is like the stick part of the bubble wand. Tomorrow I'm gonna make the giant circle parts. I'm already excited. My 4-year-old came in here and said, "This is amazing, mommy." And I said, "Thank you for seeing my vision so early on in the process." Every art piece I think I've ever made, regardless of medium, whether it's a painting, sculpture, what else have I done? I don't know. I feel like there's always an ugly phase. It's a little iffy right now. So yeah, it looks like I'm gonna be going back to Lowe's tomorrow and getting more sheets of this. Yeah, they're gonna be like, who the fuck is this girl just coming in buying all of the installation? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You'll see. All right, bye from me and my giant seafoam cake. I will see you guys tomorrow. This is literally all this size insulation that my local Lowe's had. And this is how much I have left. And I need a lot more than this. So, I'm gonna have to go to a different Lowe's tomorrow and try to find some more of that. But I got pretty much what I could get done. Can you guys kind of see the vision yet? So this is the stick. This is like half of the hole that you blow the bubbles through. So, we're getting somewhere. Major trust the process because I know that this looks kind of crazy right now. It's like a giant, like, Why? You know, why? I genuinely today thought I bought more than I needed because I bought as much as I did yesterday to make this whole stick.
Why make this Y?
Yeah, it does.
That's another Y.
Well, a letter Y.
That's a letter Y.
Good job. It is the letter Y. Letter Y.
Letter Y. You like that letter Y?
You like it?
Look. Ta-da.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little stressed today. Most art projects, I have a phase where I feel like this, like overwhelmed and just, I have to get this thing down to Tennessee, okay? And I was thinking about shipping it, but now that I'm constructing it and see how big it is for real, I'm like, okay, maybe I need to drive it down like in a U-Haul or something, and that's like a lot to think about. So yeah, I'm just feeling a little overwhelmed today, not gonna lie. I have a lot of business stuff to do, like I need to do content and ship orders and buy inventory, and just like I'm doing a lot at once. And I'm kind of in this season now of I just really need to start building a team. There's a lot of people that follow me that are like artists, and you know, they say like I'm inspiring them to start their own art businesses and blah blah blah. I just want to be as transparent and real and raw with you guys as I can. Like, this shit is not always easy. This shit is not always easy, but it's like when this is your life calling, you're gonna make it work, whatever it fucking takes, right? We grow and evolve. It's fine. Everything's good. I'm gonna work on my sculpture. I want to get the rest of it built and start carving it out today. So I'm really excited, and I'm gonna get to work. I will see you guys when I'm further along than this. Okay, love you, bye. Okay, you guys, this is what she's looking like right now. I just finished up the top right here. I just wanted to film this real quick because the sun's going down, and I wanted you guys to get a good view. My workspace looks like a tornado just went through it, but it's fine. I'm gonna be cutting off a lot of this. So I'm going in now with the bigger one. The last one I was using is just like the regular gap filler. This is the big gap filler, as you can see. And we're filling in some of these areas that I just decided, I want some foam there. So that's what we're doing right now. And obviously it looks absolutely demented right now. Like, this looks insane. But hey, but as you can see, so this is kind of what we're doing. We're just filling in any little gaps and just kind of going for it. Finally put some gloves on. This stuff is like impossible. This stuff is like impossible to get off your skin, as I learned the hard way. There is a couple spots on my hands that it won't come off, so we are just wearing gloves now. So I'm trying to think of where I was last time I talked to you guys. Last night, I ordered myself one of these on DoorDash at like midnight, so I'm sure the Dasher was like, what the fuck is this for? Like, this is concerning. My electric knife literally got clogged up and did not work for this material within the first few minutes of using it. So I got something that's the same concept but a little more powerful. It's actually for filleting fish. Electric fisherman. I don't know, this is all they had on DoorDash, but it's been working like a dream, so this is what I've been using. Ooh, did you see that shine? Hold on. It's felt very like Kill Bill / Texas Chainsaw Massacre vibes. Like, that's how I felt in here. Okay, sorry if the last couple minutes of audio were shit. I had put these on my thigh, and I think they thought they were on my head, so they were recording audio through my headphones. I don't love the way it sounds compared to my phone, so sorry about that. I'm just gonna put those over there. I went to Walmart today because I needed more spray foam. What's new? And Walmart has it the cheapest because they have like different brands are like half as much as the ones that I was buying at Lowe's, and I'm like, okay, let me use that because I'm going through cans of this like it's nobody's business. Day. I just got back from shopping. I had to go a few different places. You'll never guess what I picked up. I went through like 10 cans of this already, and we're gonna have to use some more because there's still some spots that I need to fill in. And usually when I'm using a new medium, it's a lot of trial and error, and that's kind of how I learn. This has to be installed in the Nashville airport in 10 days, so I don't really have time for the trial and error part of learning a new medium. So I've done hours and hours and hours of research of figuring out what materials can go together, what materials can't, because there's a lot of materials that will eat through this foam and literally destroy it. So I had to be very careful about what I picked to finish this off. I'm gonna finish carving it, and then I'm gonna seal it, and I'm gonna show you guys like everything I'm using, obviously. I might do a separate video just of like my top tips for this medium, because I had to search so far and wide. I had to do a lot of research and watch a lot of really old YouTube videos that were like slideshows but helpful with information. So I think it'd be good to make one just for anybody that's interested in using this. There's gonna be lots of little tips and stuff throughout this video, but this is also more of like a vlog, so I want to make like just like a list of my tips. So okay, this is one problem that you run into if you cut into it before it's dry. So like I cut into this, right? Look at the inside. See how now there's like a hole in it because it wasn't dried and expanded all the way. And you really can't tell from the outside. Like, well, I guess now that I'm shining a light, you can tell where it's getting darker. So yeah, definitely should have waited a little longer, but shit, we're here now. So yeah, definitely should have waited a little longer on that, because now we have a little hole. I have to fill it. Yeah, here we are. I cleaned up a lot of this extra stuff, and now I'm working on this, and I keep like stepping back to see where I need to trim, and hoping that tomorrow is the day I can at least get it plastered. Hi, so this is what we're looking like right now. Upside down. I reattached this to this. It was an accident when I broke it, but it ended up being a blessing in disguise because it was so much easier to work with this. I had to add on a little spray foam in this area to build it up because it was just looking a little off. To me, life is just about finding joy in the now. Like whatever the fuck you're doing, finding joy in it. You're doing dishes, make that shit fun somehow, some way, type shit. This is a part of creating that tests you. Tests you as an artist and as a human being. It just tests you. Like for the past 3 days, this has been my life. Adding and subtracting through a lot of physical labor. It's exhausting, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little exhausting, but like today I'm more excited about it than I was yesterday.
Falling, dreaming, talking in your sleep. I know you want to cry all night. Shouting, screaming, finding reason to defend all of your violent nights. Promise me, don't you grow up in a hurry. Your mama be worried, oh, it was all part of the story. Even the scary nights, thank you for all of the glory. You will be remembered, oh.
All right, here we are. So this is what she's looking like right now. What's that? Yeah. She's getting a little heavier too. Trying to use as thin of a coat as I can with plaster. there's a lot of bumps that need taken care of. So we're gonna take care of that today. After I plaster the other side, let that dry. Do another sanding, any touch-ups, and then epoxy, and then we're done. Oh, also before I epoxy, I have to drill 2 holes for hanging. So I'm gonna do one like right here and one right here on the other side. And yeah, let's do it. Look at this drill bit I ordered, first of all. Crazy. But yeah, I just got that hole drilled out. I got this kind of tubing from Lowe's. I was gonna do a PVC pipe, but this was thinner than the thinnest PVC pipe they had, and it's a little bit flexible. I just thought about it, and instead of just having a hole through it to put chains or steel cable or whatever we're using to hang it once we get there, the airport's taking care of that. But I just wanted to have a buffer between the inside, which is just soft foam insulation, and the cable or whatever. So fill back in some of this hole with some foam. So I do the plaster again and fix up all of that. I'm going to attach this metal. I just found these metal washers. And I don't know, this was literally an idea that came out of my brain. I was trying to look it up, but this isn't really something that has been done like this, and or at least not documented on the internet. So, but yeah, so I'm gonna attach this to here, maybe with, I don't know, glue or something, and then I'm going to epoxy over all of it. So this will be held down with epoxy as well. Just to, again, just to give it like a buffer of whatever cables, just so this like holds up. But anyway, I just did that on this side. I gotta repeat it on the other side because I'm gonna have 2 cables hanging this thing up. So I'm gonna record that so you guys can see, goodness gracious, so you guys can see this process. But yeah, so I have this giant drill bit so we can go straight through, and we're just gonna do that. It's really pretty easy to drill, honestly. Yes. Yes, we did it. All right. This is my first time resining, and she's not sticky. It actually, I actually mixed it well enough. I didn't think I did because I didn't mix it for 5 minutes like it said on the packaging, and I mixed in some pigment. This is how I mixed in pigment, by the way. I actually just sprayed some of this in the cap of here and poured it into the cup and mixed it in. And it ended up giving me this nice, like, kind of like honey color. I don't know. I like the way it turned out. Kind of want it to be a little more opaque to hide some of the imperfections on the plaster. Plaster, I don't know. Next time I do this, I might use something different than plaster. I don't know, it was just really messy, and it's kind of hard to get it like perfect, especially on like a 3D not flat item. So I don't know if I'll use plaster again for one of these, but it did its job for this one. So I'm really glad that I'm getting resin on it because I don't have to worry about it cracking, and like, I'm glad that it's now kind of more of a solid object. Yeah, it's taller than me. I used so much resin yesterday, like, hold on. These were full, over 32 ounces of resin, which is kind of a lot of resin, I feel like, but you know what? We got a big ass object to resin, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side so it can start curing and I can move on to, I just wanna get this done so I can go get my nails done tomorrow. She was a fairy.
I didn't realize that my phone was connected to our rental car, so you can't hear what I'm saying in this clip. But I was basically just saying that we're at U-Haul, and I'm really glad that I'm not driving because me driving with a trailer attached to the car all the way to Nashville sounds scary. So shout out to our friend that's driving, and my sister for coming with me, and my boyfriend for coming with me, and yeah, we had a good team.
All right, the time has come. I'm about to get this off of here and go put it in the U-Haul. Yeah, I'm ready.
You take mine, now you think it is fine. Doesn't make me so blind, you just waste a lot of time. I thought we're gonna feel this love, painted with some colors, now you don't. You forget all the memories, you close your eyes. You said it was different, but you still went away. What I want, hold your hands till the end. What you want is to end, say goodbye. Should I?
To now answer some of the questions that you guys had for me that weren't covered throughout this video so that I can make sure you guys kind of get the full picture of what went down, okay? Let's see. What was your inspiration? So I did answer this in the video actually, but I'm just going to talk about it a little bit more. So a couple years ago, I started to paint bubbles because my son and I went to the park one day and I brought our bubble machine. There was nobody else at the park and I just set it up and covered the entire playground in bubbles and we just had so much fun. Was just looking at how pretty they were and I was like, I really want to paint this. Like, I know that's not an easy thing to paint, but I want to try it. That was where I had the idea for this painting, Inner Child. One of my favorite things I've ever painted. I love it so much. Really about the bittersweetness that comes with growing older and nurturing your inner child, because it's like, wow, I'll never get those years back, but now I can be the person that childhood me needed. And yeah, that's what this painting is about. After I did this painting, I just kept going with it. I love bubbles so much. I am probably going to incorporate them in a lot more of my work from here on out. I don't see myself stopping painting bubbles anytime soon because I really just enjoy it. But this project was kind of like the culmination of a couple years of painting bubbles. I was like, I want to do something big, bubble themed, bubble related, whatever, and that's what I did. So another question was, when you apply, what do they ask for? So I think I'm gonna make kind of another in-depth video about this, about application processes for different things, how to find opportunities to apply for, what they usually ask for, all that stuff. But this is just kind of knowledge that I've learned from doing the hands-on thing for the past few years. I didn't really have anybody to teach me this stuff when I first started, so I would love to make an in-depth video for you guys if you're interested about that. Just a concise version of that answer. For this project in particular, they did want a sketch or a idea submitted with your application. So for the most part, I stray away from doing things that where they want you to submit an idea first, because you're not getting paid for that. That's a lot of time and effort and creativity going into something that isn't a for sure thing. So for the most part, I stray away from doing things like that. However, for this project, I kind of understood why they asked for that, and this was a project that I really wanted to do, so I did that. So this was what I submitted with my application. They also wanted a resume, some examples of my past work. What else did they want? They wanted a letter of interest. Off the top of my head, that's all I can think of. Again, let me know if you guys would like me to make an in-depth video all about finding and applying for opportunities as an artist, because I got you. Let's see. What got you into sculpture? I talked about it a little bit in the video, but I did do bronze sculpting last year, and I made like a small sculpture, whatever. But what really got me into wanting to do large scale public art was I was in Dallas at the mall and I saw a giant cause sculpture. I'll insert a picture of it right here so you guys know what I'm talking about. And I kind of dove into cause work and it just really inspired me. I was like, I would love to do a large scale project where I'm connecting with the public without me even needing to be there, and something that people don't have to go to an art museum or a gallery to see. It's like meeting people where they're at throughout their normal day. You're at the airport and you see art. Like, I think that is such a cool concept, and I definitely would love to do more projects like this in the future. For our last question, somebody asked, what's your next project, or is it a top secret? My immediate next project, I talked about it a little bit in the video, but this Thursday, fingers crossed I'm uploading this video Monday or Tuesday. But this Thursday, July 11th, I will be at the Columbus Museum of Art, and I will be painting this painting. It's for their bar art and music program, and they are gonna have, you know, drinks, food. There's gonna be like a dance performance, music. I'm gonna be there live painting this. A lot of my friends are gonna be there. I'm so freaking excited because the Columbus Museum of Art is such a special place to me. So that is my immediate next project. My next big project, I have a couple murals coming up, but also what I'm really about to focus on is my personal paintings. I have so many ideas in my head of things I want to paint, and some that I've already taken reference pictures for. I'm going to work on some of my personal paintings, and also I'm going to get my clothing brand, My Own Muse, started back up. I did like a t-shirt release last year. I've just been so busy with art stuff that I have not had time to dedicate to it, and I didn't want to half-ass it, so I just kind of put it on the back burner for a little bit, but I'm ready to get it started back up. I'm really excited to bring you guys some merch, lifestyle stuff. All of it is going to be involving my art. I'm going to be designing everything, getting it produced as ethically as I possibly can, and I'm really excited to bring it to you guys. My Own Muse is my clothing brand. I will put the link to the website down here and also to the Instagram so you guys can kind of keep up with updates, as well as my Instagram and TikTok if you guys haven't followed me over there yet. I post on those almost every day, at least on my stories. If you've made it to the end of the video, love you so much. If you have any ideas for future videos, Q&A questions, I am going to be doing Q&A soon because I think that's probably a good thing to do for you guys to kind of get to know me a little bit. Leave all of those in the comments. I'm going to be reading and responding to all of them. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching and for being interested in my art and my process and what I've got going on. It just means the world to me that people actually give a